Hello, Master Duel Central. Man, it feels good to be back to shining in Diamond. I'm not gonna lie, I was grinding for a while with dinos and it really wasn't working out. I think the format is panning out to be really kind of nasty for dinos because of Runick going around. I'm definitely gonna have to update my tier list very soon for the meta because it's getting pretty crazy. I'm just waiting for the new cards to come out, the Therion stuff, and then I'm gonna update the tier list probably in the coming week because man, it has changed so much. My opinions have changed so much. The current meta game is really nasty, and I'm gonna be real with you guys. There's only one deck that could carry me all the way to Diamond, and honestly, it carried me there very easily, and it's SWORDSOUL. Now, SWORDSOUL, obviously, I think you're all familiar with at this point. They put long 1 to 2, didn't do much of anything to the deck. Insanely consistent deck, and just that consistency is what I was looking for, because with the dinos, 30% of your hands being bad is a big deal. This deck, I would say, has like a 95% of the time good hand, you know? Like, this deck is insanely consistent. I'm telling you guys, if you want to get to diamond rank easily and you have SWORDSOUL and you're getting sick of climbing, just try out this deck, because it was so easy for me. Like, the wins are so free a lot of the time. Just being able to run so many hand traps for one is just it's just so good. I'm not running any outs to Runick right now. The thing is, I think in a way, plat rank is a little harder than diamond, just in one sense, just in the sense that there's a more variety of decks, so it's very hard to prepare. So I didn't really run any specific outs. I was running mostly cards that, you know, were just kind of good in a diverse set of matchups. But now that I'm in diamond, I might consider like removing some hand traps and running some cyclones, just because, you know, this card completely outs Runick. Either that or maybe some Drolls, because Droll is both good against Runick and against the birds. We're definitely gonna figure something out based on what the format is. But if you guys are stuck in plat or stuck in gold or something like that, and you want a deck that's really easy to climb with, I highly recommend SWORDSOUL. And also, you know, like, we have the selection box right now for SWORDSOUL, so it's not a terrible time to get it. Before this box leaves, you might as well go build it, right? Like, all the cards are in here. All the URs for SWORDSOUL are in this pack, so it's going to make it a lot cheaper to build. You know, they have literally every UR you could need to build the deck. I would highly recommend building it now if you wanted to play SWORDSOUL. It's a very easy to play deck, very easy to understand, very fun to learn, very fun to play, and very consistent. But anyway, for the 5 of you that just want to watch some SWORDSOUL gameplay, let's get into some games. Alright, so just my luck as always. Once we start playing in Diamond, they're going to give us second, right? Still have a lot of hand traps in the deck, so it's not like unplayable going second. We might have a hard time against Runick specifically if that's what we're playing against, though. In our hand, we drew no hand traps, which is unfortunate. But yeah, let's see what our opponent has in store for us. Playing, Reasoning. I'm gonna go for level 1 and assume it's Runick. Let's see. Okay, it is Runick, and it was level 1. There we go. Yeah, if you're playing against Runick, I recommend declaring level 1 because they're gonna go for Cyber Valley here. They have a combo with Cyber Valley, and a lot of people don't know about it. But basically, they can use Cyber Valley in their fusion monster to get both it and the monster off the field, and they get to draw 2 cards. And yeah, from there it's just they just keep looping, and they can basically empty out your deck in 1 turn. It's pretty gross. But it seems, yeah, we're absolutely playing against Runick here. That's gonna be pretty rough. This is definitely a tough matchup for SWORDSOUL going second, but it is what it is. We'll see what we can do here. They go for Hugin effect. Let's see what they discard. Discarding the golden droplet makes sense. Why would they want me to draw a card, right? Going for Runick Fountain as always. Activating Runick Fountain, and let's see, what else do they have in store for us? Nothing. I don't have any. See, like, that's what I was saying. Like, I might have to start running the Cosmic Cyclones in Diamond, because I was not seeing Runick nearly as much in Platinum, because there's so much more variety in Platinum of decks. So I'm gonna have to start running counters to Runick. But this does look playable, however, so I'm not gonna get too mad about it. I'm gonna start with a Vishta, because Vishta is actually a decent counter against Runick, as long as they let me get to Monk. If they have a card to out Monk, kind of in trouble. If not, we can just bounce the Fountain, and from there we can basically play for free. If they don't have what they... Oh my god, okay. I think we win this game off of this alone. I don't want to get too excited, but go Vishta, bounce this. They don't have anything for it because it doesn't destroy. From there we basically have free reign to just play the game. So I'm going to go for incredible... I should have probably special Ecclesia. Oh no, actually, because I needed that 10 Vishta. Okay, so we're going to go Ecclesia here. And actually we're in a pretty decent spot at this point. So we're going to go for a Moye, and we're just going to start generating advantage activate the Moye effect naturally. Moye is basically engage if you think about it, because it searches a card and draws you a card technically. So we're going to reveal our second copy of Vishta here. Yep. And we get our token. Perfect. Now we can go into the one and only, the Yugioh. And we're definitely going to get rid of this later, but for now, I actually don't mind this card being right here. But I believe we can go for game this turn. So we go Yugioh effect, followed by Moye effect for a draw. If we're lucky, we'll draw into long one and we can get a Protoss on top of it. I don't think that's happening, but if we're lucky. So, oh, Taya is pretty good too. But anyway, we're going to go get a long one here. I don't think that Taya is really going to come up, to be honest, but it's not bad. So, activate the long one. We're going to discard the Vishta. And yeah, just off the burn damage of long one and the pop of Baronne, they won't be able to stop us from inflicting battle damage. So it seems to me, let me just read this to make sure, like, feels like this almost, like, I almost never beat this deck going second. Yeah, it seems like we have this game in the bag, for sure. So we're going to go Baronne the Flare here, and that's going to be exact lethal, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. We bring them down to 6,800 with the effect of Long Yuan in the grave. It does 1,200 burn. Yeah, there we go. And then Baronne the Fleur activate to pop the Hugin. Yes. And then Hugin triggers to go back to the extra deck. Not that we would care about that. And from here, I don't think we really have anything else to do. We just want to go for game, right? So we'll hit. And obviously we're going to finish them off with the beautiful Baronne in a minute here. It seems like we did it, guys. Oh my god. Okay. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. My first game in Diamond of this season against Runick, going second. Even without adding outs, the Vishuddha alone, I didn't even realize this, but yeah, Vishuddha is actually an insanely good out to Runick. Just because, like, they only really protect the Runick Fountain from destruction. So just having that Vishta to bounce it, when you have access to that, you're looking pretty great. So honestly, maybe a better matchup than I expected. I didn't even consider that. So it might not be as bad as I thought. Anyway, guys, on to another game maybe. And you guys can't see it here, but we're both on that totally awesome life right now. How do you guys feel about the new mate? I love it so much. I'm so happy about this mate. They finally got me off of the Pot of Greed. And yeah, I think I'm going to be sticking with the Totally Awesome mate. To be honest, it's just too cute. It's just too cute. Totally Awesome has always been one of my favorite cards ever since it came out. And yeah, I love Totally Awesome. So I'm super happy about this mate right here. So, oh, they're playing the Predaplants. Let's see. How's our hand looking? Hand's looking kind of bad. Honestly, I think I want to let them play. I'm just going to go Maxi. If they have a response to Maxi, I'm going to change my mind and I'm going to negate the Chlamydosundu. Yeah, okay. Sure. So they have 3 more cards. The thing about Predaplant is, like, they have a lot of gas, actually. Like, they're actually super underrated. That's why I made a video on them. Like, they're super underrated. But Chlamydosundu, normally, if they go for Chlamydosundu first, it means they don't have that much gas. But it might also be a bait, because if they have instant fusion, I'm kind of screwed here. But if that's the case, then I was screwed either way. So I'm just going to go for it. But our hand is quite awful. Oh, it seems like we did the right move here. Now, I have a slight suspicion that might be a super poly. Oh, wow, we're so unlucky with that one. Okay. So there's only really one play available to us with this hand. I love how I was talking about the consistency of this deck. And as soon as I start recording the video, I get the worst hands I've ever had with this deck. They had a chainable there. That's not good. Okay, we're going to normal Adara. And we have to go Yugioh this way, which is so bad. But we got to do what we got to do. Okay, get the Yugioh here. Perfect. Use the effect. Honestly, I'm not even sure what I get here. I'm just gonna go for Emergence. Yeah, we'll just play it slower. We can activate Emergence now, I suppose, since it seems like they don't have an Ash. Oh, you know what? Nah, we have to go Protoss. I changed my mind. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to battle phase to bait out their potential super poly, so that they don't super poly away our Protoss. Then I'm gonna go Protoss, declare dark, and suddenly they can't play anymore. I found the win con. So let's go battle here. Oh yeah. This is definitely our win con. There's no way branded Predaplants can play under Protoss. Easy clap, guys. We got this. In the bag, bro. Okay, so it seems like they didn't have the Super Poly. That's reassuring. We're gonna go ahead and special out the Protoss, banishing Grandmaster Shishao, the Maxi, and the Vishta. So pretty high risk game here, but like, what else am I gonna do? Okay, that back row better be crazy. Unless that back row is like trap hole, I think we're looking pretty good here. Declare dark. This should be unwinnable. They needed like to imperm our Protoss right there. It's over pretty much. From here on out, I guess like, yeah, called by does nothing here. Called by does absolutely nothing. Actually, they should have called by earlier because they could have stopped me from summoning Protoss. That was like that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. And I guess they're expecting, oh, you know, they can just grind it out, but I don't think you can. I don't think you can grind it out. I think as soon as Protoss hits the field, yeah, they just lose, exactly. Yeah, I overthought that game so much. I forgot that Predaplants are like all dark. So you just summon Protoss and win the game automatically. Remember that. If you're playing against a deck, think, is it all dark? If so, you probably won the game for free. Anyway, that was a funny one. Let's do. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed this deck so much. I kind of want to play another game. All right, we're bound to get first one of these days, and we're going first. There you go. There you go. So, for the third game here today, going first. And after that, I'll probably go to the deck list, unless I get on a tangent and decide to rank up before I go record a deck profile. But let's see. Oh, our opponent's playing a big deck. Big, fat deck right here. Okay. Our hand is pretty dope, actually. Yeah, I think we're going to start with the Ecclesia and just go Moye. It's like the regular route. It's kind of bad because we don't have a hand trap negator, so... And it seems like they have no Ash. We're just that lucky. That's just how lucky you get when you play Sword Soul. You know, it's just you're always lucky. So, we're going to go Moye and reveal Adara. It is that simple. It is that simple. We get a token. This hand is looking so cracked if we get our full board here. Looking so insane. Okay, so Shishao. Shishao time. Yep. Man. Man, I kind of feel bad. Okay, so go Shishao. Maybe they have the Imperm and they're holding it for the Shishao. It's a weird thing to do, but you never know. You never know. Well, it seems like they're just letting everything go through here. So we'll get a free draw. Literally activating Engage, by the way. And we're probably... We don't know what we're playing against. I'm not going to assume it's a dark deck or something like that. I'm just going to go get the Long Yuan. Plus, like, our hand is pretty crazy. Yeah. Long Yuan. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce this name. Like, is it Long Yuan? I'm going to assume that's what it is, but let me know in the comments if I've been pronouncing it wrong. So discard Adara. Yeah. See ya. And summon the boy. Summon a big boy. The long boy. Get ourselves a big old token. Actually, it's a tiny token, and we're gonna make ourselves. I'm not gonna get creative, guys. I'm just gonna make a bar on the flare and pass. Like, come on, come on. Do I look like a creative guy? Do I look like a guy who's creative? We got a bar on the flare. We got a Grandmaster. I'm a guy who appreciates cliches. I think the tried and true is true because it's been tried. You know. So we're gonna end our turn here. And we're going to make sure to not press yes when they ask us to activate the Baron effect on standby phase. And we're probably going to lose to a Lava Golem, right? Knowing my luck? Yeah, no, thanks. See, like, I think about it even though I know it's a no. Oh, it's that deck. Okay. You know what? I feel like this deck wants nothing to do with a Maxi challenge. This is probably the best Ash target in the whole deck. Yeah. Discarding Collapse Serpent. I'm actually going to Ash this because that, if they don't have Rocket Tracer, that is the best Ash target in the deck. Oh, shit. Yeah, they don't like that. They want to force out Baron with it. Honestly, I'm going to go for it just because this deck is so reliant on monster effects and we have Droplet as an extra monster negate on top of the Shishao. So I'm feeling pretty confident here. I'm not feeling too worried about using up my Omni Negate. They don't know that we have Droplet set. Plus we have the Maxi challenge going Okay, perfect. So they're going to go for Collapse Serpent. So from here, we're definitely going to use our Maxi. Definitely. Okay, so that goes through. That's a little worrisome. So now, most likely, they're going to go for a Rocket Dragon. Okay, so they had the Tracer, so they were just baiting me. Let's wait to see if they activate the Tracer. They do? Perfect. So activate Tracer. I'm going to use the effect of Xixiao here. They probably wanted to bait that out as well, to be honest. However, they don't know I have Droplet. They don't know I have Droplet. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. We have one last interruption. Now, of course, Dragon Link is known to be able to play through multiple interruptions, but to me, this seems pretty playable. So using both of these guys to make a Chaos Ruler. Yeah, okay, perfect. Perfect. Using the effect of Chaos Ruler, I'm just going to Droplet. Honestly, they're probably stuck. They're probably stuck. We can send the Ash because we really don't need it. It's pretty much dead at this point. So we're going to send the Ash here, and we're just going to stop the Chaos Ruler. I think that's going to be a scoop. I feel like they're probably completely out of plays after this. Yep. Yep. Sword Soul, just draw the outs, right? Just draw all the outs. But yeah, don't sleep on Dragon Link. That's another deck I underrated on my tier list. Man, my meta tier list was actually so off base. I can't wait to update it. Anyway, let's get to the deck list, I guess. Hello again. So here we are. Deck builder screen. What is this? Well, you know, I'm just going to take you through the card by card of this deck you've probably seen and played and are already familiar with. Because some people in the comments will ask me for the deck list if I don't do this. So for you, we have 2 Adara, 3 Maxi, triple Ash, triple Moye, triple Taya, triple Incredible Ecclesia, double Long Yuan, triple Vishta, triple Ashna, 1 copy of Nibiru. Sorry for my short. This card did come up multiple times. I guess I'm gonna have to make like an apology video or something because Nibiru like saved me so many games. It's actually absurd. Arch Nemesis Protoss, Vessel for the Dragon Cycle, 3 copies of Sword Soul Emergence, 1 Sacred Summit. Questionable, but don't question it. Double copy of Called by the Grave, 1 Crossout Designator, double Droplet, double Imperm, 1 copy of Blackout. For the extra deck, we've got Yazi. This card comes up pretty often. This card is, by the way, the fact that this card can't be targeted with card effects, it does come up a lot. There's just a lot of moments where like you can end up with a Tenyi Spirit Adara, and you can maybe go, like they negated all your stuff, and you go into a Shaman of the Tenyi, discard a card, bring back Long One, go into Yazi, activate Yazi's effect, pop itself in an opponent's monster, and you get to summon out, say, a Taya from your deck to get back into your plays. So, like, Yazi has rescued me a couple of games. Absolutely must run. Crimson Blader, this is not a must run, but the fact that it has come up makes it so funny that I keep running it. 2 Baxia. If you find another card to like replace a second Baxia, go for it. Because honestly, I have never, ever summoned a second Baxia in a game. So I don't know. It's a good card though, and it has come up a lot. Definitely run at least 1. It's really, really good. Bouncing 2 cards is super huge. Especially since it doesn't just bounce them, it shuffles them into the deck. So that's absolutely incredible. Definitely a great card. I haven't really seen the point like why so many people run 2, you know. 1 copy of Savage Dragon. This card almost never comes up, but it's there and it can come up. Dragite, this card comes up a ton. You probably need this one actually. 2 copies of Xixiao, 1 copy of Baron, 1 copy of Sovereign, 1, oh my god, beautiful, delicious. We got 1 copy of Baguska the Terrible, 2 copies of Monk of the Tenyi, and 1 Shaman of the Tenyi. This card comes up a lot for me. I used to not run it, and I feel like a dumbass for never running this card. It's actually so fucking good. It's so good. It saved me so many times being able to bring back like a Taya and just doing like your stuff with Taya, or like I said earlier, bringing back the Long One when you have a Dara on the field and going into Yazi. Like this card has come up so much for me. Like honestly, I can't believe I wasn't running this. And Baguska, actually, I should probably explain this. This is a questionable ad. Okay. So, I don't know if you guys ever get this when playing Sword Soul, but I get this quite a lot, where I'll have like a Moye on the field, and my token gets popped or something, and a Taya or something like that, or maybe like an Incredible Ecclesia, and I'm just stuck there, and I had nothing, right? Like I had nothing, so I just pass on these basically like vanilla monsters. So I was like, for all the times that I'm in scenarios where I could have 2 level 4s but can't do anything with them, I might as well run one decent rank 4, you know, that kind of has like an all-encompassing effect that is good in a lot of matchups. So obviously this card loses to like a fissure, right? So it's not that good. At least now when I have 2 level 4 monsters on the field, I can say, hey, I have a card for that. If you guys like have like a card that you're like, what? That's not in your extra deck? What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? Are you crazy? Just let me know in the comments and I'll replace these 2 with that stuff. But for now, I'm really happy to have this in my deck, even though it doesn't really come up like that, you know? Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate all the support, guys. We hit 6,000 subscribers in like 2 weeks because my short on Rongo popped off. Look, guys, if you love Rongo, like, I'm sorry. I hate the card. It's like, I just can't stand it. I don't hate the players. I don't hate the people playing the card. I just say, you know, hate the game, not the player, right? So anyway, that's why I'm complaining at Konami. I'm not complaining at the guy playing Rongo. I'm just saying, it's just, man, that shit popped off. A lot of people were really mad at me in the comments. And like, dude, like, listen, I'm sure everyone has cards they don't like playing against. Like, I can't stand Rongo. I think it should be banned. That's all. It's not that complicated. But anyway, huge shout out to my UCT tier members. That would be Raptor, Bongerman for 20, Dad Dude, Joey, Hudaman, me, Toast, as well as Brett Webster. And make sure to like the video. All right. Peace.